go to church one day. All right, I go to church, and this is after I graduated from high school. I'm in college. At the time, I didn't get to go to the college that I wanted to be in, which was gonna be away from my parents. None of that shit. So I had to like just succumb. Be like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna do what I do here. Went to Clayton State University. The bitch was bad in there. I mean, it's Clayton County. It's Clayton County. I don't care what's going on with the police. The girls is gonna stay sexy as fuck from Clayton County. Okay, black, beautiful, thick as shit. So I'm there. I'm enjoying myself. I'm just like, all right, there's a couple of girls here. I see. I can peep them. I'm watching them. I'm not even paying attention to class. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm skipping class. That's because I just want to fool around. You know, I'm really trying to experiment. So I get to after the first year, I get on probation because I failed so much that they was like, yeah, we can't even do shit with you right now. So you got to come back and try this shit again. So I'm like, all right, cool, bet. So on probation, trying to get my shit back right, whatever. But now when I get into church, I drive to church because I got my own car and shit, and I'm making my own money, got my own job. But when I get to church, I'm realizing something's a little off, something's a little different. So I end up while I'm at church, we usually Seventh-day Adventist churches, and not all of them, but Haitian Seventh-day Adventist churches last all motherfucking day. They will literally have you in there from the morning service. There's not no afternoon service. You get it's Saturday school in the morning. Then you get your service in the middle of the day, which is going to be about 3 or 4 hours. And then after that, you go in to eat, you have lunch. And then from there, you have other after church activities. For us, it's usually like it's called Pathfinder. It's like a junior ROTC type thing for kids. We do that, but it's for the Lord's Army. All right. If not doing that, you're doing choir practice. If you're not doing that, you're doing band practice. Like, they really keep you busy and be there all day. I feel like it's good so that way you don't have any distractions, so you won't be doing shit before the sun goes down on a Saturday, because technically that's our Sabbath. So we're there all day. Towards the end of the night, I'm like, all right, we finally about to go home. Cool. At this point, I'm ready to go. I end up driving home, and so I end up driving home, but I realized there's another car parked outside my house. So I go inside the house, and I'm just like, all right, I don't know what's going on or what's happening, but you know, let's see what's happening. You know, maybe just from my folks. I ain't tripping. Get upstairs. It's my pastor and his wife sitting at in my parents' room, like in his corner, right? And my parents are also sitting there. So I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So I'm still trying not to put too much pressure. I'm still like, yeah, I don't think this is for me. But they call me in there. I'm like, I don't like this at all. I don't like how none of this shit finna happen. They call me in there. So I get up in there, and they're like, hey, we need to talk to you. I'm like, all right, about what? It was like, we're hearing that, you know, we're hearing some disturbing things around church about you being gay. I'm like, I'm not gay. They're like, yeah, we have been seeing that you got some stuff going on online. You got a page online that's saying that you are. And I'm like, how the hell y'all know about that? Like, Planet, right? How y'all know about that? Y'all not even on social media like that. Or at least at the time, whatever social media was. So they're like, yeah, I think they told me, they told me something. I found out that, no, they told me. They was like, yeah, the pastor's daughter she was on there. They didn't talk about why she was on there, but the pastor's daughter found you on there. Right? So I'm like, odd. Why it's coming to the other attention is beyond me, but okay. So they're like, pastor's daughter found you on there, so we want to know, you know, what's this all about? What are you trying to do? Do you think you like girls? Or I'm like, yeah, I like girls. And then they asked me the other questions. Have you had sex with girls? Hesitation a little bit. Yeah, I've had sex with some girls. I'm like, okay, so what are you thinking you're gonna do? Because you know that this life is gonna lead to nowhere. Get all that rundown about this, the devil, you're going to hell, you know this is not for you, you know this comes with nothing but diseases. Keep in mind, this is 2004, 2005, right? So it's not like it's early 90s when AIDS was like fresh or AIDS was prevalent. It's just fucking 2004 and 5. But keep in mind, people are coming out, but people are still being shunned for coming out. So I'm like, okay, I hear you, but this is just me right now. You know what I'm saying? So I can't do nothing about that. So my mom is pissed. My mom is pissed. She starts crying. She starts holding my head. We're not gay. We're not gay. We're not gay. I'm like, Ma, you're not gay yet, but I'm gay as fuck. Get my sayings out loud, but I'm thinking to myself, like, what is this we shit? Keep in mind, my mom is my best friend. Okay, so before this, I've wanted so many times to tell her, but I didn't know how to, right? And there was moments where she had a couple of friends that were gay, and it seemed like she was okay with it, so I was like, maybe I can be able to tell her now. But then it would be something else that would take place where it would say, yeah, don't do that shit. So I wouldn't. So now this moment is presented itself to where it's happening, right? So we get to the point where the pastors done did what they needed to do. They done outed me. All right, so now they done did what they needed to do, and now they're gone. Okay, so now we get to this point where I'm in the house with my parents alone, and they decide to ask me more questions. They're like really trying to figure out, like, how long have you known, and does anybody else in the family know? Like, and I was like, yeah, Alice knows, which is my sister. So my sister knows, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, yeah, we're not gonna accept this. You know, this is not gonna fly. And all of a sudden, I'm like, Ma, I don't know what to tell you. She ended up slapping me. The first time I'm ever laid hands on my face. Like, we've got ass whoopings. That's what it is. But the first time she ever slapped me in my face. So I'm shocked. Because it hit. It hit. So I'm like, whoa. Okay, so we're here now. So, of course, I'm being respectful as hell. I'm like, yo, I don't even want to talk about this shit right now. I don't want to do this. So, this is where shit takes a turn. And when I say takes a turn, I become the most uncomfortable motherfucker in this house that I called home at one time. And now it starts to feel like a prison. The reason why is because now that they know, they are screening my calls. They are requiring me to wear skirts when I go to school, to college. Not only that, they took my car away, my car keys away, say that. And they made me literally get dropped off by them to go to school. So they had to take me to school. I couldn't go on my own, right? I couldn't drive myself no more. Because on top of the fact that I was skipping class too, so of course they like, what's going on with these grades or whatever. But everything else. All right, so now I go to class. All right, I'm going to classes and shit. And while I'm in class, I know my mom's outside the door waiting on me to leave. So I'm just like, okay, what else can I really do at this point? I don't have a whole lot I can really do. I got this job, which is the only thing I can really kind of rely on at this point. And, you know, and save up to do whatever I need to do, which is my next step, which is ultimately move out. You know, so, and I'm like, I need to move out before they kick me out. That was my thought process. So